Hi, I'm Phil Haugen. Welcome to the show this week. I want to thank Ernie and his crew for coming down and having us on Better Horses TV this week. We really appreciate being a part of it. This week I'm going to talk about a piece of equipment that we use daily here at our training facility, and that is this little piece of equipment right here that Classic Equine makes for us. It's called the Bungee tie-down. It's a piece of equipment I developed years ago, and we've improved it over the years, but very simple little piece of equipment. It's got a snap on each end. It's got a leather piece for adjustment, and then this is the key to this piece of equipment, is this bungee that has give, okay? In my training philosophy, from the start, I don't see any benefit in letting a horse elevate its head, get stiff in its head and neck, and get hollowed out in their back. So my foundation program, I try to immediately from the get-go help my horses understand that the comfortable place to be is when they're behind that bridle, okay? Now this piece of equipment is really, really user-friendly and really friendly to the horse, because a horse learns by pressure or contact and then finding a release point. And it's like this filly right here. I've got about 4 rides on her, and she's a filly that we raised. She's out of a really good mare and a really good stud, and you know, she's got a lot of run, and it's going to be real easy for her if I let her, if I can get this little piece out of her mouth there. Okay, you know, it'd be real easy for her to get strung out, a little strung out, and get to moving forward too fast, too soon. And I want to immediately help her understand collection and staying behind that bridle. And so the way I use this piece of equipment, there's a rope hobble that's tied on either side of my D-ring snaffle, okay? In this rope hobble, I think if we can get a close-up there, this rope hobble is just small yacht braid rope that snap slides real easy. Second thing, I always run this keeper, or this bungee tie down. I used to call it a keeper, and now that Classic makes them, they call it a bungee tie down. I always run it through about a 6-inch hobble on my breast collar, because years ago I didn't do that, and I had a horse when I was doing some turnarounds, step through it. And so I always run that through that hobble, and then I snap it to the front ring on the cinch. And the way this is adjusted is that as long as this horse's head is not out of position, okay, or elevated, there's no pressure on it, okay? The timing, the release of this little piece of equipment is almost perfect. It's better than our hands are. Okay, so if we're riding along and say this horse has a reactive moment, meaning like here in my round pen, if somebody comes walking around the corner and it scares her and her head comes up, instantly there is pressure or contact until she finds that release point and gets back behind that bridle. And I just think that's a very, very valuable tool, and it's something that I couldn't live without in my training program, just due to the fact that there are times when we're riding that for whatever reason, say your horse has a reactive moment and they squirt forward or sideways. Well, at that time, we instantly go into survival mode, and our balance sometimes isn't that great. And you know, a lot of times we get a hold of that horse more than we probably want to, or the timing isn't real good when they do come back to us and we release that pressure. This little tool right here, this real simple little bungee tie down, will help that tremendously. So that's my training tip for this week. I just want to, as we go through this process, I want to share a lot of the things that we do every day, because first and foremost, we do quite a few clinics a year But first and foremost, we're a training facility and we do this every day. So I just want to, as we go through this process, I want to share a lot of those things with you. And if you have any questions, go to our website, philhaugenhorsemanship.com. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram. Just go to Phil Haugen Horsemanship with any questions, any comments, or you can go to our site and get my number and call or text me. I'd love to talk to you. Once again, I want to thank Ernie and his crew for having us on. We are honored to be a part of Better Horses TV. Have a great week and be safe. God bless.